crafters. In tonight's video we're going to be making a Christmas tree farm using the Trucking Along photopolymer stamp set and the Scenic Pumpkin Patch photopolymer stamp set. For the background paper we're going to be using the Traditions of St. Nick Designer Series paper. I got so excited when I decided I'd be able to make a tree farm using the same technique I used using the Scenic Pumpkin Patch, and I think you're going to like it. Hi, I'm Joan and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I created this video for Joan Simple Papercrafts found right here on YouTube. If you're new here, I want to thank you for stopping by, and if you're a returning guest, welcome back. Be sure to subscribe by clicking the subscribe button below. That way you won't miss when I post a video, which is typically once a week. Now before we get started, I want to tell you about two promotions. The first one is free shipping and handling on December 9th through the 11th, just 3 days, so you want to make sure you get your orders in. And how it works, you have to place a $75 order or more to get free shipping and handling. The second promotion, it's not really a promotion, it's a new category. It's a last chance products category, and we just got it out on Tuesday, and it will be out there indefinitely. The last chance products category has replaced the last chance category and the clearance category. Now let's turn our camera down and get started. Here's that card we're going to be making tonight. We're going to change it up a little bit. I don't like this background paper because it gets lost with the clouds and the trees and everything. So we're going to go with a darker background paper. So for the card, we used Scenic Pumpkin Patch and the Trucking Along stamp sets, and we used the Special Delivery, Wishing You a Festive Christmas, the clouds, the evergreen trees, the trucks, the presents, and I think that's it. Oh, and this I used for the roadway. And then from the Scenic Pumpkin, I used this cloud here. I used the farmhouse and the roof. I used the picket fence. And I think that was it. And then we used the Trucking Along Builder Punch. And we also used the Nested Essential dies. This die right here. And for the background paper, we used the Tradition of St. Nick. Let's go ahead and get started. Traditionally, I start with the card base. Today I'm going to start with the inside of the card. So we're going to stamp that truck. Got presents in that truck. And we got some wheels for the truck. And our sentiment inside the card. And we're going to use this padded piece here so that we get the padding that we would have if we were using the red rubber stamp. So we're going to use our real red for the truck, and we'll use our tuxedo black for the truck as well. So we'll get the outlines from the tuxedo black. And I'm just going to put it down in this corner right here. Then we're going to do the wheels with the same thing, tuxedo black. And I don't want to get my head in here, but I'm going to have to do it to center that over those tires. I'm sorry about that. There. And we'll use our real red. I should have my rubber mat out here to hold the ink pad down. Again, I'm going to center this and put my head in there to get it centered. And we'll use this for our tuxedo black for the present. Sorry. And this, the real red. And what else? Oh, our sentiment right here. And it's going to say, wishing you a festive Christmas. Okay. Now I'm going to close these up, and then we'll clean these stamps. We aren't done with them, but I want to keep them clean. Oh, one more. We need to do our farm fresh for the truck. Okay. And we'll just clean these off real quick. We've got our Stampin' Scrub. And I've got this we're going to stamp off on first. I should have been doing that right along the way. Reason I'm stamping off is to get rid of all that excess of ink so that we're not loading our Stampin' Scrub up with all this ink. It reduces the amount of times I have to clean my Stampin' Scrub. We'll spray this real quick. And then we just scrub it. I'm not going to put these away because we're going to have to use them. So I'm leaving them in my stash. This one we can put away. So we're going to leave that dry some more. And put that over here for right now. And let's bring in our card base. I have a piece of Mossy Meadow cut at 5.5 inches by 8.5 inches, and I have it scored at 4 1/4 inches. I'll have the metric measurements inside my comment section below. So then we're going to take our next piece, which is that piece of Traditions of St. Nicholas, and this is 3 3/4 inches by 5.5 inches, and we're going to glue that on the back. But let's go ahead and put this on here. This is 3 inches by 5.5 inches. So let's glue this down first, and then we'll glue this onto the card base. And I'm going to bring in my silicone mat because I don't want to have a sticky surface here. I lucked out by not getting it on there. So I'm just centering this from top to bottom. It's about 3/8 of an inch on the top and the bottom there. I really like the other side of that red designer series paper. That's one thing that's so nice about our designer series paper. It's two-sided, so you have two decisions there on what side you want to use. There's usually a couple pieces of each design. Then we can put our piece of red up here and glue that glue down too. And this I'm leaving 1/4 of an inch on the top and the bottom. So this left 3/8 of an inch here, and then 1/4 of an inch from there, and 1/4 of an inch down there, and 3/8 inch there. Then we'll bring in our 3-inch piece by 5.5 inch, and we'll do our design. And no two cards are the same. The other thing I'm going to change is I'm not going to put as many clouds up here. I think I'll just do 2 of the open ones and then 3 of the light blue ones. Those are balmy blue I used. Okay, I don't know if you can see it, but I have a little dot right here. And that's where I'm going to start with my farmhouse. So we're going to use real red for the farmhouse. And we're going to go in about 1/2 inch, and we're going to just place it there. Then we'll take our early espresso, and we're going to use that for the roof. Sorry, I'm going to have to get my head in here. Okay, and then we'll use our pecan pie for the trees. In the trees, I'm going to, some of them I'll stamp 2nd generation. But I'm going to put that underneath so I don't go off and get all that on our card. I'm going to just bring this piece of paper in here and cover up the house right there. I should have did this first. And then we're going to do this next piece here on this side. And that was early espresso. I shouldn't have done that, but that's okay. And then we can do this at full strength here. And then we'll do one again right away. There. And then we're just going to go ahead and scrub these real quick. Let me lift this up so I can get that off from there. And next we'll do our trees. And we're going to just use the one tree. And we're going to do it not quite full strength. We're going to do the top half of the tree. So where it meets here, let me see if I can't point with my take your pick tool right here to right here. And I'm going to turn it this way. Then we're going to go in again. And we're going to go up a little higher. And I did stamp off there on purpose. And we'll do one more time. And I've only got that little top half there done. And like I said earlier, no two cards can be the same. So there, that has my tree farm in it. And then we're going to take our picket fence and we'll go around and do our fence with this, our fence posts. And it's going to be our early espresso. We'll come back with using Mossy Meadow yet. We're going to start right here. And we'll do that off the paper there. And then we're going to continue here. We're just going to go on down the line. And this one I'm going to tilt, saying that the yard has kind of came out that way. And that's why I wasn't too worried about how the base of these trees were, because I knew the picket fences were going to cover that up. Oh, and we got some streaks there. Sorry about that. I did not see that. Those streaks are from the oversized stamp block I used. That's why you should always use a stamp block that is closest to the size of your stamp image. So we are going to take our clouds from the pumpkin patch and we're going to use our crumb cake and we're going to just go and make some dirt in the soil. And I think we're done with early espresso, so let me close this up. Less I have open, the better. And I'm just going to clean this off before we get any farther. And that's the crumb cake, so we'll leave that out. And we want this to be muted, so let's just stamp off. And we're just going to start stamping here. And we'll take different surfaces and we'll turn the stamp in different directions. And I'm letting it go up into the trees there. It doesn't have to, I should have stamped off on that one, I didn't. And before I go any further, I'm going to want to get my road down so that I know where to stop. And we're going to use our smoky slate for our road. And these are those straight lines from the trucking along. And I'm going to take a second generation on those too. Now this time I used like 3 layers of these instead of 2. So it's 3 layers deep. All right, I think that's going to work. And I'm going to just scrub this again. And then we're just going to pick up with our crumb cake. See, that's what I did the last time is I stamped here. And then I went up here and stamped instead of stamping here, stamp down here, and then stamp. Stamp up there, down here. And we're just going to come along and dirty it up there a little bit. That needs a little bit more darker. That's good. Let me get my stamp and scrub again. So next we'll do is our sky. Maybe we can try and make that look a little more sky-like. I am going to bring in our trees and see if I can't go over the top of that. So we're going to bring our tree down here, do that as a slant like that. And we're going to stamp off. And we're going to try and take it up there and see if we can't get it on the same tree branches. Sorry about my head. Trying to get it to line up there. That looks a little bit better. And we'll do this side. And I'm not going to use the early espresso because I did that by mistake. I'm just going to use my pecan pie again and stamp off and then just try to match it. That looks a lot better than what it did. So now we'll do our sky. We'll come back and we'll clean those when we do this, clean off the sky. So this is our balmy blue, and we're going to stamp off on this one too. And I'm going to just do 2 on here. We'll do 1 right here. Then we'll do 1 right about here. Then we'll do 3 with the filled in. We're going to stamp that off. Do 1 down here and 1 over. I think that works better. I think I want 1 more right there. It's a lot better than what it was. There. That looks great. So let's get this cleaned up. So next I want to build our trees that we've got cut down, and we're going to build them from the left to right. And I'm going to have 1 here. Let me see if I can't get this in here first. I don't have something to draw this for, so I'm just going to draw it freehand. And then we'll do another one right about here. And 1 more right about here. And then we'll come back and we'll draw the cross bars later on, once we see how much we need. So we're going to use the same tree. And now I'm going to really clean this off. And let's see, I'm going to close up our red. We're going to need it to do our truck, but I don't want to get my fingers in it in the meantime. Now I think I take this out for right now. We want to clean this off really well. So we're going to stamp, and we're going to get bigger as we go because we're going to start from the back. And I'm going to stamp this off here because I think I missed on that one. And we're going to go right about here. And we're going to go a little deeper. And a little bit deeper. And then the full depth. And that didn't go very good, so I'm going to try and clean that up and go again. Sorry about my head. I want to get that exact on there. There. And then we're going to do the next thing the same way. Right about here. And we're going to start over. We need a clean stamp again. I don't know, something about that last one's not working. So let me try this once again. That looks a lot better. Let's see if I can't get that first one to look better. That's a lot better. And we got 1 more to do. And then we're going to do our connecting rope between these. We're going to take this and we're going to draw a line as if it's leaning on this board from here. So we'll draw it from here to here. And you can't see it through this one. Right there, very low. And then it's going to be right there. And then from here, and I have it be the same angle. Again, same angle. And let's do this one right down. This is supposed to be on the outside, not buried in the tree. Okay. Next we're going to do is the truck. So we're going to take our real red and our Memento ink. Let me see if I can't find that stamp. Tuxedo Black and the Memento ink. And what else do we need? Let's start with the Tuxedo Black. We'll do it right in this corner here. Then we need to take our real red. We already did one of these, so this should be pretty easy. I just need to get my head in there so I can match the lines up. Okay, we'll bring in our Tuxedo Black again. Gotta get my head in here again, sorry about that. If I can drop it down without moving it right or left, we should be good. Not too bad. Oh, one more thing. We need to do our sign, the Farm Fresh on there. Perfect. Then we have one other thing we need. We need to have our special delivery done up. So let's try the special delivery in the real red. Oh, if I did this one, let me get this out of the way. Okay, that looks good. All we have to do is our trees yet. So let's punch this out first, and then we'll get our tree lined up. What we're going to do is we're going to take our punch. We're going to line this up into the far right here. Make sure you've got a little bit of paper all the way around. And when you do, then you squeeze it down. Got it halfway, and I'm still liking that, so I'm going to press all the way. We're going to commit that cut. And we've got lots of things flying all over, but I don't care about these. We're going to just pitch those. There's not any use today. Then we're going to go ahead and set this up for the tree in the special delivery. So let's get out our small mini cut and emboss machine. The formula we're going to use is this one here. We're going to use a 1 plate, that's this here, and then 2 2 plates. This is the number 2. It's been well used, so you don't see the numbers on there anymore. And we're going to just place this here, and we'll put this down there. And I'm going to use some of this tape to hold it in place. This is a labeling cover-up tape. It can be used over and over, and it sticks securely, removes cleanly, and can be used over and over again. So let me take that off. So we got that special delivery. Yeah, that looks much better in red. Yeah, that's going to be great. And I think I'm going to move it up higher where that ink went all over the place. I think that's how we're going to cover that up. So we got to do our tree next. So where is our tree? Right here. Bring in our Mossy Meadow again. So I'm going to stamp with this one. This has all the details on it. And then I'm going to stamp with the other one where it's just like a block. I'm going to do one right here. Then we're going to bring in the block. You just want to cover that up. Sorry about my head. Now if I can drop it down in the right spot. Pretty good. I'm going to go with that. Now there isn't anything to cut this out, so we're going to fussy cut it. And let me just clean these blocks off before we go any farther. And let me clean this up too. So here we have our scissors, and we can do a fussy cutting. And what that means is we're just going to go around the edges. We'll stay about 1/16 inch from the border. And the flat edge, I'm going to be a little bit more because I want to be able to glue that onto the back of the truck. And as you notice, I'm turning the paper and not the scissors. I'm just going to take a snip here. And we're just going to pick up where we left off, turning around the paper. And so I'm going to have about 1/4 of an inch for a border on that. And let's bring in our card base, and our tree, and our truck. And then we need our dimensionals. So we're going to glue this on here first. Let me get my rubber mat here. And I'm going to take my scissors and trim off this edge here. I want to make sure that it doesn't stick out. So that looks good like that. Now what I did on the last one is I made a cut through there so I could have the tree leaning on the top of the roof. So I'm just going to take a snip right here. And then hopefully I got that in the right spot. Yeah, that's going to work like that. By doing it that angle, don't really notice anything else. And now I can just cut off the rest of that white that's there. There. So I just cut off this little piece right here. It was right there, a tiny snip. That's it right there. So let's get the glue on there. And I'm going to just bring it up here. There. And we'll put dimensionals on the back. I'm going to use the large ones. I'm going to put one up here, right here. That should hold that seam there. And we'll have the other one over here by the front of the truck. And I think we're good there. And I'm going to put another one on there. You see where that paper is? I'm going to have it cover that there so it doesn't get torn away. And we aren't going to put that on yet. We're waiting until we put this back on here. So let's go ahead and put glue on the back of this. So I want to have about 3/8 of an inch on the bottom there, and 3/8 of an inch on the top. And then we'll have this sit right about here. Let's see where we can do our other special delivery. If we go right here, that'll look good like that. We can even go, well, I guess I can't go up higher because he's got to be on the road. That looks good like that, so don't you agree? But I'm going to have that glued down, I'm thinking, instead of raised up. Like this was raised up here. Yes, we'll glue that down. So let's go ahead and apply this down first. And we don't want to apply a lot of pressure to it just yet, because we want to be able to get that to glue that down and have it come underneath that hood there. And if I've got it applied down, you won't be able to do that. Okay, let's do that. Looks like I'm running out of glue here. I'm thinking that's what we want right there. I moved it there. I was going over more this way, and I thought, well, let's not hide those other trees. So I pushed it this way. I think this was a happy mistake. I think the card looks much better now. I can't believe we're done with these cards already. Well, almost. I don't really like the special delivery here, so I'm going to change that out. I'm going to use this red version. Now, don't you think that looks better? I hope you like this project as much as I did. Why don't you give it a try? Now, if you've enjoyed today's video, would you do me 2 favors? Click the thumbs up emoji, which means you like it, and would you share it on social media with your crafting friends and pin it to Pinterest? These actions will help me to keep sharing my ideas with other crafters for free, and I'd really appreciate that. Be sure to hit the subscribe button below so you won't miss any future videos. And don't forget to check out the Last Chance Products category found under Specials. If you have any questions, be sure to contact me. I'm here to help in any way that I can. And if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I'd love to be your demonstrator. Just reach out to me. If you'd like to place a Stampin' Up! Order or would like a catalog, hop over to my website where you'll find the Shop Now button. To shop with me, you'll need to go to joanheberlein.stampinup.net. Mark your calendars, because I won't be back until Sunday, January 5th at 7 p.m. Central Time, and we'll be doing something from the celebration brochure. I know, I can't believe the New Year's almost here. I want to wish you a happy holiday to you and your family and friends, and thanks for stopping by, and don't forget to subscribe.